Good day, God bless you. Welcome back, guys. My name is Zach Attack, and this is episode 91 in the Healthy, Wealthy, Happy series. Proverbs 18, verse 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. And quote for the day: develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the secret stepping stones to success. Oh, two of the surest stepping stones to success. And that was Dale Carnegie. And I had read that one a long time ago, and I ran into it again today. And it applies so much more today than it ever has in my life. It is exactly what this channel is about, of just trying and never giving up and doing your best and always getting back up. And I had some. I didn't go live last night. I was just had one of those down days, and it was an off day. And I sat around waiting for the maintenance to show up in my apartment all day, and it pissed me off having to wait so long. And then I got out and I got a new phone, and and then my whole day was gone. And then I just like, I'll just go live tomorrow. So actually, I'm trying it on my new phone now. I'm not even live. I'm just gonna try to post it after I record it. So we'll see how it goes. For this episode. So I'm on day 4 of my Atkins Phase 1 again, and it's going pretty well, although I have to be honest that I just feel like I'm overeating late at night, and it's making me want to, and it's a failure, and it's discouraging, and I'm using those two of these sure ways to two stepping stones to motivate myself to get back on track. So having said that, so I got up today, and I don't know, it wasn't too early, maybe 7 a.m. and I told myself, let's just stay busy, let's not, don't worry about breakfast. I had my tea, and I got to the gym. Oh, let me okay, I'll get to the gym next line, but I did go to the gym. So I skipped breakfast, and I was actually at the gym right around lunchtime and through lunchtime up until like 1 or 2 or something. I don't even know what time it is now. I think it's something like 3. Yeah, it's something like 3 p.m. And I just said, let me go live now while I'm motivated, and I have my notes made already and everything. So I got to the gym, and my ankle was feeling better. I was driving to the gym, and I was kind of rotating my ankle on the floor of the car, and I was like, I feels pretty good. I think I'm going to try to jog the 5K today, because I've been doing enough other cardio, elliptical and rowing machine, and not enough, because I injured it like two and a half weeks ago, and I just haven't been able to train. I was like, you know what, just do it, and no matter how slow it is. I did post a little video at Planet Fitness. If you watch, it's in the Gym Times playlist, and it just shows me running for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. And that video was taken right at about the 2.5 mile mark. So I was a little sweaty and tired, and I had jogged slow, like you could see how slow I was jogging for the first mile, and then I walked for a minute, and then I jogged another mile, and I walked for a minute, and then I took that video at about 2.5 miles. I was jogging, and then right after that, I walked for, I don't know if it was a minute, and then I finished. It might have been 90 seconds, and then I finished it up. And you can see on the video, I didn't write it. Did I write it down? 39 minutes and 13 seconds, which I would have never even wanted to post that in the past. But I started thinking to myself, I'm not competing with anybody. I'm not in a race. I'm not having to defeat any numbers or times or anything. It's not a personal record. It's just showing that, hey, I hadn't worked out, hadn't ran for a while. And I told you guys I downloaded the Couch to 5K app, and I started doing it, and it's real easy, and I never pushed myself. I never had my heart rate way over, skyrocket high. I was never breathing heavy. Just start somewhere and work your way up. And that was a couple months ago, 8 weeks ago, whatever it was. I said I was going to do that, and and it was dragging behind. It was like I really wasn't going to be able to post the time I wanted to for another month, so because of my ankle. But I didn't want to use it. No excuses. I wanted to show that, if I'm going to promote it on the channel, to just go and don't give up, that I'm going to do it. And I just told myself, just go run a 5K and don't care. And it was being so much slower than before that I was like, come on, at least finish in less than 40 minutes. Usually I'm not too disappointed to finish it in less than a half hour. And on the treadmill, I've finished it even less than 25 minutes. So, I mean, I was wanting to show this slow time, just to see, like, I'll run it again. Like I said, I'll run it again in a couple weeks, and then and it'll be something in the back of my mind every day. One of these habits and hobbies and things that I'm doing to motivate myself is I want that faster 5K time for me. It's for my fitness, for my health, for my blood sugar, for my insulin control, and eliminating insulin resistance, and wiping out any sugars I do eat. So, okay, having said that, I got out of the gym. I hadn't eaten yet. I burnt up like, I want to say, what was it? Like 650 calories or something. The treadmill said I burnt up. And no excuses. I'm just being honest. I went over my carbs because I went and filled up my water jugs at the grocery store. And I was like, oh, I just want some sushi. So I bought just one of those little trays of sushi. Pretty much the same one I had posted before on the 400 calorie meal options. It's like 460 calories. So I had that when I got home, and I mixed in some carrot chips, those like sliced carrot chips in a bag. So I ate about a 500 calorie meal, maybe a little less, but the carbs were like 50, so I'm definitely going to have to eat 0 carbs for the rest of the day, which I had planned on doing anyway because I have steak and eggs in the fridge. So it'll be just a couple carbs for the rest of the day. And it wasn't a perfect day, but that's all right. I'm not going to collapse. I'm going to just keep on working and keep on fighting. So I was happy to run the 5K. Got a little bit of food in me. Got a little too many carbs. Oh well, we're moving on. So I wanted to talk about some of the habits I'm getting. I'm like, okay, Zach, you got to write your notes. What's getting better? What's getting worse? What's going on with the program? I was only down 1 pound. What can we do to just continue these efforts? I mean, to be fair, if I lose 1 pound every 8 days for the next 2 years, I'll be thin and ripped, and it'll be fine. So, but to want to have a little bit faster result, even like 2 pounds would be great, right? If you can consistently lose 2 pounds a week for the next year, boom, 100 pounds gone. How could you not want that? So what I'm getting better at, I'm sitting here, this TV's not on, my laptop's not on. I was sitting here. So what I'm getting better at is avoiding the distractions. If I sit down and watch that TV, which I almost always watch, like YouTube videos of motivational videos, or I even watch video game videos like the little kids do. So I guess I'm a little childish in some ways, but that's what it is. But I do it consciously. I say, okay, you've done your job for today. You've worked out. You've ate right. You've whatever. I'm acknowledging that I'm wasting time. When I'm not wasting time, this is what I'm saying I'm getting better at. It's just, so for example, I got back from the gym. I ate my little sushi. I ate my chips. I did the dishes. I did a load of laundry, which is still going. You can still hear in the background. I read the Bible, or I watched my Bible, my pastor on YouTube. He's passed away, but my pastor has passed away, but he has YouTube videos they have a channel, and I watched a whole episode of one of his Bible teachings. He was in Revelation chapter 10, amazing chapter and an amazing teaching, talking about the coming of the Lord, how Satan comes first, like we talked about in 2 Thessalonians, and blah, blah, blah. Amazing. Did my time in the Bible today. It felt great. Then I did maybe 20 minutes of what book am I reading? Declare War on Yourself. So I got a bunch of good information in me today. I was like, instead of absorbing social media and seeking approval from people you don't even like, it's seek approval from yourself and put that check mark. Did Zach like him? Did I hit this like button on your own life? And I'm telling you today, boom, I'm checking that like button. Zach is liking his efforts. I almost said results and actions, but it's the effort. That effort. In Thailand, kind of going off on a sidetrack here, but like Muay Thai fighters in Thailand, some of them train all the good ones train since they could stand up. Literally, their dads had them throwing their shins into bamboo poles when they're 2 years old, and they train their whole life. And one of the things that's unique about the way they introduce the fighters is they don't say their record. They'll say 50 fights, 100 fights, 300 fights. They don't say how many won, how many they lost. What matters is that this person has been getting in there consistently, putting out the effort. Nobody wins them all. Nobody loses them all. It's how much experience do you have in that ring. And for me, it would be like saying, okay, welcome back. My name is Zach. I fell down 5 times today and I got up 6. Like that's the mentality that I want us to develop, myself and everybody that wants to come along for this ride. And I hope you are coming along from this ride. If you're not ready to fast for 96 hours, which I'd be shocked if you were. If you're not ready to cut down to 20 carbs a day, I would be shocked if you were. If you're not, but start somewhere. Start doing anything. If like the simplest step I talk about, because working out is like I said icing on the cake before. It's like bad analogy when you're trying to promote that eating right is the 90% of your results, but it is. And like I've said before, walking is the best exercise, but even before that would be cut out some poison, just any poison in your life. Nobody thinks nicotine and tobacco are good for you. Nobody thinks alcohol is good for you, except in such minor amounts that you're not on that level. When you're going to add in 1 ounce of let's say a 3-ounce glass of wine once a day or once every few days, when you're on that level, then we can talk about how much you drink. But like eliminate something. If you can't eliminate the cigarettes and the alcohol yet, then just start drinking more water instead of anything else you drink. Then drink water and beer, and that'd be not that bad. Your body's going to be able to, if you stop a lot of the other toxins from coming in, the oils, the sugar, and the refined flour and grain. You get rid of those 3 things. And so basically just eat whole foods. Just like I said, around the outside of the grocery store. If I go down an aisle, it's for olive oil or, seasonings or nuts or something. Stay around the outside perimeter. All natural. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, berries, meat, cheese. You could skip the cheese. Melons. Anyway, just drink a bunch of water. Take a first step. So gym, I had the 5K habits, getting better at just so like reading and my hobbies. Can you see my guitar? Oh, right there, leaning against the window. I actually picked it up today and yesterday, just for 5 minutes at a crack, and I was struggling yesterday, guys. I just had one of those down in the dumps, funky days, and I'm over it. I got over it about halfway through today. I don't even want to say what it was because it's negative and it's just personal. It's just me. And when something gets you down, let's say you get in a car accident. This is not what happened to me, but I'm going to try to think of an example. Let's say you get in a car accident and you're all bummed out that your car smashed up. And then the person hit and run, so it's like, okay, one, you're having a bad day because you got in a car accident, but that can be expected to happen in life. But what's really broke your heart is that this person was so dishonest that they ran from the scene. And that's kind of how I felt yesterday. Like, yes, I know these things in life can happen, but when it's dirty, when it's corrupt, when it's lying, cheating, stealing, it hurts more. That's why I don't know why, like my 2 girlfriends ago, when she dumped me, I was just bawling and bawling and bawling because it felt so wrong. Like everything is fine. We never fight, we never argue. There's no pinpointing what went wrong except for that, the timing was bad for her. I get it now, but anyway, it was so like, this should have worked, like you should have just got out of the car and gave me your insurance information and we could swap everything and stuff, and then cops can do their deal and we can be out of here, but then with this next girlfriend, there was plenty of things to point at that were going wrong and not working out and bad communication. So when we broke up, it was less heartbreaking because it was more foreseeable. And I'm saying all that, just to help us identify these issues in life, to just not always be the victim. I guess between yesterday and half of today, this morning, it was still hanging on me. I was just kind of playing the victim. And even if you are the victim, because in my scenario, I don't know, I'm like halfway. It's like, hey, in this, what's going on, you are the victim, Zach. But I don't have to I could say you have, let's say you've been victimized in some way in your life. You can either move on and just totally forget about it and say, let's say you go for a run and you get back and you say, okay, are you a victim or a runner? And it's like, okay, what I'm saying is I'm a runner. You know, I'm a gym enthusiast. I'm a Atkins Phase 1 eater. I'm everything I am doing in life. I'm not shit that happened to me yesterday, you know. And that can be a big red flag if you're single and 50 and trying to get out there and date. You know, there's a reason us, you know, if we're 50, I'm one of them. I'm not discounting myself. There's a reason you're single at 50. You know, it's not that everybody did you wrong. It's, you know, you had to learn. And it's men, it's women, it's all of us. So that brings me to my next line, where I am feeling better to learn how to, let me give an example about the car accident. Let's say you get in a car accident, the person takes off running, you're in a bad mood because you got your car smashed up, but you're heartbroken because the person ran away. Let's say it was a relative of yours, you know, like I want to put a little more pain into it, like a friend. There's a friend of yours, a coworker, whatever, and they dipped on you, and you're like, my God, I thought this person was good. And you say, you know what? I'm just going to learn how to do auto body repair, and I'm going to just solve this problem. I'm not going to be the victim. I'm going to be the answer. You know, you get what I'm saying? And dude, it can apply to anything in life. I'll take, like my child support is pretty oppressive. For the last 10 years, it has made life extremely difficult. But I have chosen to work more hours, get a second job, invest wisely to try to earn an income from investments. You know, anything else I can do, you know, sell off a lot of my personal possessions, and then, you know, just because it's like, do I need these personal possessions or do I need this money? You know, it's like, I need this money. So, you know, and just even the stuff I've given away. I gave a family member, you know, $6,000 worth of goods last month, and it was a joy to do so. Not because, oh, Zach, you're so great, you get, it was a favor to myself. It was a breaking of the chains of stuff, and freeing myself from the anxiety and worry, and, you know, like people that win the lottery and then they're broke in 2 years, or players that get out of the professional sports and are broke in a year or two. You know, it's their greed and their lust for money and things and homes and vehicles and lifestyle, and it's just not me. I mean, I wouldn't mind, you know, having some nice clothes to go out to dinner. I don't mind, you know, I mean, the clothes I buy are like Amazon workout shorts, Amazon workout tank tops and t-shirts, Amazon jeans. I guess they're not Amazon brand names, but I mean, they're half middle of the grade. They're not expensive clothes is what I'm saying. I mean, I took a video for somebody, my Filipino girlfriend, this morning of my closet. It has all my clothes. All my clothes are hung on a rack, probably not even 4 or 5 feet wide. That's and then there's like 6 drawers of socks and tank tops and shorts in the drawers, and all the t-shirts and jeans and sweaters and stuff are hung up. And it's like, I don't have much. And then I realized I don't even have like a dress shirt and slacks, and I think I have some dress shoes around here, because when I had those things, I weighed a lot more, like significantly, like 70 pounds more than I do now, and they just are too baggy and loose and don't fit good. So I'm really learning to, when you're feeling down, when you're feeling defeated, when you're feeling discouraged, because that's what I was feeling yesterday and today, just discouraged, use that as a stepping stone to propel yourself into, and then that's where it gives you the energy is, well, what are you going to do then, dude? You know, what are you going to do to motivate yourself to quit being a whining victim, and quit using failure as a reason to fail more. Use it as a reason to succeed. Quit using discouragement as a way to give up. Use it as a motivator to stiffen your spine and stand up and fight. So goals, I said it before, maybe once or twice. I'm gonna say it again. This coming summer, what is it? It's the middle of March. Yeah, it's the middle of March, because it's March, 17th, 18th? I'm leaving April 16th, so I'm not going to be jacked and tan by April 16th, but by May 30th, I want to be halfway there. and by June, July, just jack tanned and juicy AF, feeling great, looking great, getting my mind straight with why you do what you do. What I'm promoting on this channel is not the easy way. It is the way that sucks in the short term. What you want is the easiest possible thing to do right now in this moment, and that's a survival mechanism, and we're designed that way. So it's difficult. I'm saying I agree, it's difficult. I wanted to stay under 20 grams of carbs a day, but I saw that sushi and I was like, you know what, I just ran 3 miles, and that was my excuse to eat 50 carbs. But you know what, if eating 50 carbs is a cheat day, you're doing pretty good. You know what I mean? If eating 50 carbs is a cheat meal after you ran 3 miles, 3.12 miles, that's not exactly a failure in my opinion. It's I'm on this path, and this path is littered with stumbling stones and sticks and logs and strings and barbed wire and landmines, and it's never gonna be an easy path. It's always, but what happens is, it makes me think about the way to raise a child. You can raise your child and wrap them in bubble wrap every day, and put a helmet on him and put cotton balls in his mouth and just live his sheltered life, or you can teach that child of the living God to be able to withstand the storms and the difficulties in life, instead of pretending like they're not going to happen. I'm just going to shield you from any adversity in life, and I'm going to give you everything you want up until the age of 17, and then you're going to be in a treatment center because you've never been told no, and the first girl you ask out that says no, you're going to be freaked out, and you're going to you see what I'm getting at. I'm telling a long story of it's kind of that the book that I'm reading right now, the How to Declare War on Yourself. It's kind of the message that's coming across. I read a few more chapters of it, a little bit yesterday, a little bit today, and it's the continual use of the word "getting your act together" is something he uses a lot in the book, and I like it because it applies to everything. It's a blanket corporation when it comes to everything that you need to do. It's like you need to get your act together mentally, spiritually, physically, financially. Get your efforts in order. Get your shit together is kind of a way. My ex-girlfriend said that to that last one. It was one of the things I knew, like, this is not working out. Like, I got my shit together pretty good to be treated like that. So that's a big step in the acquisition or the actualization of my dreams, my goals and my ambitions. And it's not this channel is it's starting out about physical fitness, diet, exercise, a little bit about your emotional and spiritual health, a little bit of Bible verses and some motivational speeches to try to just get you to go and start and do something good for yourself. And I hope when some of you actually start doing it, that you will, post a little comment in the videos and say, hey, Zach, you've encouraged me to, and some people have, hey, I went on a 72-hour fast. Hey, I've been hitting the gym. Hey, I've been cutting the carbs. I've been eating better. People have talked off and on. So feel free to do that, if any of these videos are getting to you in any way. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. See all my videos when they come out. We're getting a lot more views, getting a lot more subscribers. They're coming in. It's a process, and it's a slow process that I'm liking to, part of this, also with my habits, a whole new, brand new habit in my life now is the habit of contemplating my video every day, or it's, even if I start to go every other day, I don't know yet. I still enjoy going on every day as often as I can. If I'm not on, it's probably because I'm having a little bit of a down day and a little bit of a little discouragement day, like I said I had yesterday. So that's what it's all about, is just encouraging people to come along for the ride and see that it's not always all these big fitness gurus, they got the answer. You do this and you're ripped. Well, it doesn't work like that. There's no linear progress. You don't go from 100 pounds overweight and then it's an exactly downward spiral until you're 100 pounds down. It just never works that way. Not in any endeavor. Not in any kind of improvement, spiritual, emotional, psychological, social, physical. Improvements in your life are going to be ups and downs. So you got to kind of look at it as like looking at my numbers. Was it one of the times I gained weight or two? One of the times I gained 2 pounds and another time was 0. Every other time I lost 1, 2, or 3. And the first one was 14. But just think of that. I mean, almost half of the weight I lost was in the first 4-day fast. But that tells you that it's just a bunch of sugar and water weight and cleans you out. And that feels good though. I mean, think about, where you're at if you've never fasted. That, a 1 week fast will more than likely, if you're big like I was, like say 275 pounds or 270 when I started. But let's just say if you're 275 and you fasted for 7 days, you're very likely to lose like 20 pounds. Because once some carbs are all out of you, that will flush the water that was attached to those carbs out of you. And, it really flattens up your stomach. Just, all that food's gone. And it's a great feeling and a great way to jumpstart a diet plan. But I don't recommend it without having already done the diet plan that you're planning on doing. Like if you say, I'm going to do paleo diet and I'm going to fast first for a week and then I'm going to do the paleo diet. What I would recommend, because you want to make sure that diet is in check, to go on the paleo diet for a month or two first. And you say, okay, I got it. I'm eating paleo all the time, and you'll start losing weight. And then just to jumpstart it, just to, and it's not just a jumpstart in your weight loss. I mean, way, way, way more than weight loss. Fasting is for health. Fasting, like if I didn't have diabetes, I mean, I don't know if I'd be into fasting much. If I didn't have diabetes at one time, these 4-day fasts, I just know they're cleansing out my body, all the sugar, literally all of it gone in 72 hours. Well, probably all of it gone in 48 hours, but definitely all flushed out after 72. You're just making mad ketones and stuff by then, and you're burning body fat and ketones for fuel. Which reminds me, what doctor was I watching again? I can't remember. Here's the thing too, I watch so many YouTube videos, if I don't make a note that I'm going to talk about it on my videos, I'm not going to remember their names but anyway, this particular doctor, he's talking about like calories, calories in fat, calories in carbohydrates, and calories in protein. And he's saying how your body, because he was going on, this particular guy was pretty heavy into the carnivore type diet, although he did enjoy vegetables on occasion. He did enjoy some fruits on occasion, but he was kind of a heavy, intermittent faster / carnivore, and he was very great shape and appearance for his age. I want to say he was like 75, and he looked great. He looked at least 10, maybe 15, 20 years younger than he was. I mean, and not just that he didn't look his age, he looked like jacked for his age, on top of just, you can look young and be, morbidly obese. He looked healthy, he looked fit, and he looked great for his age. And he was talking about the calories in fat and sugar, and he was re-emphasizing something I already knew with all the unhealthy, like vegetable oil, that it's just terrible. The sugar, any kind of added sugar, not naturally occurring sugar. I'm not talking about sugar in an apple, sugar in a banana. Those are great for you. Although if you want to lose more fat quickly, eliminate that type of sugar as well. But for when you're like when I'm on Atkins Phase 3, I'll be eating fruits, here and there. But so your body's made to burn those for fuel all the time. So when you eat carbs, your body's like, this is my first line of fuel. It's high energy, high burning. When you don't eat carbs for an extended period of time, you can actually feel quite a buzz when you eat something like a banana, for example. It amps you up with so many vitamins and minerals and healthy sugars, and it's just like an energy drink for somebody which I would never drink an energy drink, but I have in the past. I wouldn't do it now. I mean, so that's calories that your body's designed to burn. And a calorie is a unit of heat. It's just a measurement of how much heat does it take to burn a gram of carbohydrates, and a gram of carbohydrates takes 4 calories of thermal units, whatever, that the calorie is the unit. So a gram of fat, on the other hand, is 9 calories. So it's 9, thermal unit calories to burn 1 gram of fat. So the same gram of fat has more than double the amount of calories than the gram of sugar, carbs. Let's just say we're talking about good carbs. Whereas there is 4 calories in a gram of protein, but your body does not burn protein per se. So if you eat a steak and some eggs and a salad, like things I've been eating, say for example, if you've been watching the channel, the things I've been eating for the last 3-4 weeks, Atkins Phase 1, salads and vegetables and meat and eggs and cheese. Okay, all the protein I've eaten has not been used for fuel because it hasn't needed it. It's getting plenty of carbs, 20 grams of carbs a day to burn that as fuel, and then since the carbs are so low, it's burning fat for fuel. So it has no reason to burn protein for fuel. But not only that, the protein is just not made to be fuel. It's not designed, your body is not designed to eat protein and use it for fuel. Even though, let's just say the burning of the calories in this oven, and you throw a carb in there and 4 calories of temperature, poof, and it burns up that carb. And that's energy for your body. And you throw the fat in there and 9 calories of heat energy, poof, and it burns that fat, and that's energy for your body. And you can read about all the things that are happening, like in your muscle cells, in your bloodstream, when it's burning carbs and fat. It's a great study. I have some books and there's videos about it on YouTube. It's way too deep for me to go into it right now, but different acids and energies that are created in your body. So you throw that protein in that oven, and boom, it takes 4 calories to burn it for fuel. But your body doesn't do that with protein. You eat protein and it's broken down into amino acids. There's essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. Your body needs them all, but the essential ones are the ones that your body doesn't create. So they're essential that you get them in your diet. That's what essential and non-essential means. The non-essential ones mean your body will create them. So these amino acids are building blocks of your body, about 20% or less. My scale says I'm like 22% protein, which is too much. I need to get that down. But I'm working on it. When I lose weight, I bet you it'll be more balanced out. My water percentage will go up, my protein will go down. It's making me want to take a measurement here pretty soon, maybe after this video as well. So anyway, that protein, this doctor on this YouTube video I was watching last night, watching all these different health and wellness and motivational type YouTube videos, I watch them all the time. He's going on how it's kind of ridiculous to even associate calories with protein. And I was like, well, damn, does that make it? I mean, everybody knows keto works. Everybody knows Atkins works. Everybody knows these low carb and you lose tons of weight. And people seem to understand why, that your body goes into fat burning mode because there's no carbs there. But I never had considered how your body's really only going to burn protein, in which it doesn't actually even burn the protein. It converts it into... it's called gluconeogenesis. It'll just turn the amino acids into burnable sugars, and that's when your body's making a lot of ketones too, because your brain needs carbs to burn, but it can only burn, it can't burn fat for fuel. Your brain can't burn fat for fuel, but it burns ketones. So then it just as functional. And your brain consumes a consistent amount of energy at all times, which is pretty awesome. Your brain is actually a big calorie burning organ as well. But it can't, it doesn't burn fat or protein. It burns only carbs and ketones. But it proves your body doesn't need carbs. There's essential fatty acids and there's essential amino acids. You've heard of those two things? That's fat, essential fatty acids. That's protein, essential amino acids. There's no such thing as an essential carbohydrate. Your body literally doesn't need them. You could live all your life, all your long life, without eating any carbohydrates. Whereas if you didn't eat any protein or fat, you'd be in big trouble. Not that you have to get the protein from meat and eggs like I'm talking about, but you do need protein. And yeah, so there's no essential carbohydrate acids like there is with protein and fat. So anyway, guys, I think that's going to be about it for the day. I'm hoping this video works out because I've been yakking on for 35 minutes, so hopefully it's postable. And hey, maybe I can even figure out how to edit it and correct my speech errors. If you've watched all my videos, I'm aware of all the speech errors. I just don't know how to fix them. I want to fix them with a little I meant this right over the video. I figured it out on my phone earlier when I took a little Planet Fitness video. I was fitting a 5K into my day, and I posted it. But then after I posted it, I went like, let me go try to edit it, and I immediately figured out how to write words over it, how to, put music over it, how to do. So it's a little bit better phone. I had like a $50 phone, and now this is like a $450 phone, so it's a little more up to date, even though it's a couple of models behind. It's way, way, way better than what I had. So, all right, guys. It's the same as always. I talk a little bit about the Bible, and I end the thing with jump on board with Jesus, just to make it sound fun and exciting and something that maybe you can consider doing in life, because there's no downside. My Christianity does not encourage me to treat any human being any worse or different if they're not a Christian. The Bible says, cast not my pearls before swine. Like, it doesn't say if they don't believe in Christianity to kill them or to take over the country or to bomb them or to cut their heads off if they don't believe the religion we believe in. It actually just says leave them alone. It says teach the word of God in the highways and the byways. And you say, Zach, you're mentioning Bible verses on the internet where anybody can see it. Yes, anybody can see it, and they can choose to not see it. So that's the difference between, like, you're stuck in a corner with a coworker and you're just laying on religion on them, and they have no way to get away. Anybody can click on and off my videos at any minute. They have a way to get away. God wants them to have the option to get away, because it's going to be a testament against them. We can't force it on them. And nowhere in the Bible does it say to force Christianity on anybody. It's pure love, share, kindness, take care of the elderly, take care of the poor. The meek shall inherit the earth. Be bold, be strong. The Lord is God is with you. Lord your God is with you. Not be evil, be cruel, and bomb our enemies. Which brings me to another point about politics and the world we live in today. It's like, guys, I'm not down with it. I'm not going to talk about the Republican Party or the Democratic Party, or I've mentioned a little bit about the socialist and communist parties just because I've read the history of those two, and if you will please do me the kindness, if you believe in socialism, to just read the Gulag Archipelago Volume 1 and by Alexander Stolzhnitsyn, and you probably only need to get about halfway through it, and how you could still agree with socialism that will lead to communism would be beyond me. Not because of any kind of what you think about this or that, or your opinions of what might happen. This is what happened. He's writing the book after the fact, so there's no debating or arguing like what system could work the best. It's just a book about the history. It's already happened, and over 50 million people perished in Russia to serve their motherland. So at least educate yourself. So guys, let's jump on board with Jesus. He loves you. I love you. Bless God, and He will always bless you back. Catch you guys tomorrow evening.